Hey everybody, it's Audrey Byrne from Audrey Lynn Studios on the west side of Canada near Vancouver. Yeah, so you get to see all my lovely mess behind me. I have a window right here, and where I usually film, if I did that, there'd be this sunshine haze thing coming in. And anyway, this is just the way it is. Okay, so I have a kiln opening. This one I did, which I don't usually do. I did a cone 5 with a 15-minute hold. And I had hoped that it would get kind of close to a cone 6, but it did not. Oh shoot, I don't have my cone thing. I have one here, just a minute. This is cone 6. So no. I'll try it again. I guess I was hoping, because sometimes glazes there are some glazes that just don't come out the way they're supposed to with a slow cool program. And so I can see doing firings with celadons, a lot of celadons in it with a slow cool program. But moving into autumn, I'm using less and less celadons. So anyway, this is my struggle. I think I'm going to next time go just a straight cone 6, maybe with a real short hold. But when I do that, that's when I do my copper float firing. So it gets pretty hot. Anyway, whatever, that's my struggle. So let's just get going here. We'll start with some small things. Oh, this is really small. It's a little heart that I made with speckled clay. Is it picking up? I don't know. Let's see if it's picking up. Anyway, it has a little thingy in it, so it can be a necklace. And I seriously, because I had a patch of underglaze transfer paper laying around, and I thought, and then I saw the heart, and it was like, oh, let's just put it on there. It's just a wee bit of paper, right? So that's that. Then I have a little rose plate, and I did this out of buff clay, which is Plainsman 340 clay. And this is one of my cutters. So this is the rose cutter. And this is Laguna Sang de Boeuf ×2. I really love Sang de Boeuf. I love the way it breaks. And it has this quality that, like, there's a little bit of coral, there's a little bit of lavender, but it's pink. Anyway, I really enjoy that glaze. Well, we might as well do another oyster. So this is another cutter that I sell on my website, the oyster cutter. And this is also done on Buff 340 by Plainsman. And I have 2 times soft white all over the whole thing, except the pearl. I didn't put it on the pearl. And then I put 3 times Amico fog in this area and little strokes here and there. And then 2 times blue rutile in any of the areas you see this kind of darkish blue. Do you see? And it always turns out. I just love that it always turns out. And the pearl is always 3 times snow. And in a perfect world, I would opal luster that and it would look fantabulous. But I just can't do that for every oyster plate I make. I'd be so behind. I'm already behind. How, you know? But it would be so great. So if it was something special, for something special, then I would do it for sure. Anyway, I like it. Always like it. And it's a good selling cutter. So I'm glad that everybody who has it likes it. So thank you very much. Then I have one of those, you know, these things? These pot bottoms. I use them quite a bit to make little dishes. So that's what this one is. And it's also buff clay and has a little bee in it that I printed. And it's one of my freebies when people order. And then I used a roller around the edge. Anyway, so it is a dip of my Studio White, which is on my website under resources. Okay. And then on top of that is 2 times Coyote Red Gold. And I love that glaze. So kind of looks birchy, but there's by Mako, but there's more to it. And you might have to be able to see it in person to realize there's that much more to it. And anyway, I really like it. Yeah. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Oh my goodness. I had this pedestal bowl, just a small one, sitting on my shelf in the showroom. The bowl never sold. I never really loved the bowl. And I'm going to leave a picture of it right here. So I thought, well, why don't I just take that thing and glaze it again? So I put a coat, 2 coats of, not a good manner to you anyway, but of coral by Mako, which is the base color of amaryllis, and then used 1 coat of amaryllis. So the colors turned out so much nicer. I just, you know, that I'm happy with. Yeah, except that it bloated. Which, why would it bloat? I don't know. And who knows? Like, I made this out of 370 white stoneware. It could have been reclaimed and I wasn't careful or whatever, but there's all these little bloaties here. There's one there, and I think there's 3. So yeah, a nice candidate for the Great Pottery Smashdown. This little pot is Plainsman White Stoneware 370. And inside is Lavender Mist by Mako ×2. And outside is Sea Salt ×2 by Mako here. And then Lavender Mist ×2 coming over the sea salt and just like feathered down. So this isn't for everyone. I like the look, but it's not for everyone. It kind of reminds me of coral a little bit, just the feel of it and the bumpiness of it. So yeah, cute little pot. Here it's looking kind of pink. It's not pink like that. It's lavender. So hopefully when I take my pictures, you'll see that it's actually lavender. All right, well, let's do the pumpkin plates. So this is another cutter I sell. And this is speckled buff. So this one is 340S by Plainsman. And this is Burning Embers by Coyote. I'm liking Burning Embers. Of course, this isn't how it looks over white stoneware, which you'll see in a little while. But it's good. And what is that? I think it might be gunmetal green on there. My next pumpkins won't be orange. I like making white pumpkins. You know, off-white pumpkins? I like that. Anyway, so that turned out good, and I'll show you how it compares in a moment to this. So this pumpkin I did with deep sienna speckle. And this is 340S speckled. I love the burnt orange of deep sienna speckle. And then this is deep olive speckle. Okay, so just seeing this like this one almost looks a little bit pink, doesn't it? And then, oops, and then also on speckle clay, this one, so it says pumpkin spice and everything nice. And actually I'm just printing out those texts on the printer because, I mean, you know, fall's coming, so people are going to want pumpkins and then some of these text things. So anyway, this is Amico Red Rock, which is another color I really like, and it's a Celadon from their Celadon line. So, and then I feathered in, I believe it was deep sienna speckle, but I also used manganese, a little bit of manganese. So it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted, and some things didn't because it wasn't fired as hot as I like. But anyway, it's still nice, you know, for orange pumpkins. So let's just do this. I'll try not to make it too clanky. There. Red rock, deep sienna speckle, burning embers. Okay, I do have a one little garlic herb grater in the style of Lindy Lou. Thank you, Linda. And this is just white stoneware clay, and it is one-time marigold in here, but then 3 out here. And this one is mixed melon jungle gem, Lori B. Pottery. And yeah, so this is nice and coarse for your garlic, and then the different holes for this herbs to be stripped. Yeah, I like them. I know some people are talking about putting a little spout, but I just can't be bothered. I think this is just so cute the way it is. And I have one last little bowl. It was also hand built. This one was white stoneware, but I used 3 times speckled engobe on the bottom. And I'm another one that bought those underglaze transfers off of Amazon. They're blue, and oh, yeah, they're folky, and I really like them. So anyway, so that's one of them. And then it has 3 times Amico fog all over, and then feathered in 2 times Mako's olive float. And I like this combination. You would have seen this on my whale platter. If I can find the photo, I'll put it right here. And that will be for sale on my website soon. I have about, is it 5 or 6 mugs, other than the strawberry mugs, on my website for sale right now. So yeah, just fog on the outside. Very pretty. I like that combo. Yeah. This one is a throne mug, and it's funny, I was watching Magic Mud. It's Danielle and Katie, right? Katie? Yeah. And Danielle had reminded me that I do that honey flux and then with the stroke and coat mushed on the top. So I did it again. It didn't quite come out the way, because it was not hot, but it's still pretty. It's very pretty. And so it's white stoneware, and it has 2 times honey flux, and then it has stroke and coat up here that I mushed, and then mushed another color. And I did that twice. with this one. Some colors you probably don't have to, others you do, and it really is just experimenting. And then all over one time river birch, and then that's what happens. So yeah, it's pretty. It's just subtle. Yeah, very nice. This vase I really like, but it crazed, which is okay because it's a vase. I really love it, and I wished it hadn't crazed, and I don't know how I'm going to get that effect again. But anyway, so what it is Coyote's Archie's base. So it has that satin matte look, hey? Archie's base. And that was times 3. It was times 3. This Archie's base is, well, that Archie's base was rather thin for me. And then down here is Coyote's rhubarb, which I also love. And same sort of finish. Yeah. And then here was amaryllis, but the amaryllis crazed. And so you see, it doesn't matter because it's on the outside. And well, quite frankly, when I make the tag for it, I'll say crackle. But I really love how that turned out. Really pretty. Yeah. So in this load, I did try a couple Coyote combos because I also got that sample pack. So I wanted to test some things out. All right, so anyway, this isn't one of them. So this little pot is white stoneware. And I also saw this from Katie and Danielle. Katie, I hope I'm getting your name right. Okay, anyway. This is 3 times lustrous jade and 2 times snow. And it comes out like that. And I couldn't quite believe it when she was showing it. Yeah, it's quite beautiful. I had to try it. So much so that the one she had shown was a mug. And so here it is. Lustrous, oh, this is black walnut times 3. Lustrous jade, just coming over a little bit, times 3. And then times 2 snow. Looks a little bit like green tea, but green tea is matte. This has more interest in it than that. So very nice. Thank you for that suggestion, for showing us that inside. Yeah, really pretty. And you're going to see more of these and have seen them already. Thank you, Kim. Well, I'd done the one with olive speck before, but she showed me the one with deep sienna speckle, and I love it too. And I'm going to try another one that we all have, most of us have. Anyway, so inside is deep olive speckle, and then outside is deep sienna speckle, and that's times, I think I did times 3, because when I did 2, and it all depends how you glaze, right? So when I did 2, it looked a little bit patchy. Anyway, like a little bit patchy. So I went 3. And then this is 2 times Albany Slip Brown by Amico, and then 2 times Cheetah Jungle Gem by Mako. And it is fantabulous. And I have some texture on the handle there. It is just working out so beautifully. And I guess others are getting on the bandwagon, because do you think I could order Cheetah? No, now you all stop it. Audrey needs more Cheetah. These are Sippy straw cups. They are buff clay. And I was trying something a little bit different. Anyway, this one is Cactus by Spectrum on the inside. And outside, so this is a roller that I got. It did cover quite a bit up, but you can see it right there. It's like wildflowers. And that's from Vermont Pottery Works. And then here, sprig molds. And so basically what I did was, and I think I took a picture. So if I did, I will put that here. It's a kiwi underglaze solid over the whole thing. Different color solid and the leaf solid. And then 2 times soft white over the whole thing. And I particularly like this look. It's a little bit frosty, but this looks nice. So you can still see the color underneath, but it's basically white. So yeah, that turned out well. And I do have a tutorial on how to make a mug out of a pool noodle. And in there I address this. But yeah, I use the pool noodle to make these. And the other one I have, I did differently than I usually do. So inside is Louisiana Bayou. And then outside I had done oh, now I can't remember. No, I did blue, a kiwi blue. What's confusing me is that I got a lot of greens coming through. This one was the green. This one was the blue. So this is really a surprise. And then soft white, and then Louisiana Bayou. Sorry, somebody's here. And then the whales are Louisiana Bayou here, and then fog on the belly. But boy, did it come out cool. That soft white on this color that I put on here just grabbed onto that underglaze and just did some wonderful things. So again, I'll put the before here if I can find it, but I did take one. Nice, really nice. I think I have to pause you. Okay. This is the mug. It's Coyote colors. It's looking a little bright because of the sun. So hopefully we'll get a photo of the true colors. But this top one is, and that one is Volcanic Lair. Volcanic Lair. Yeah, it's not really showing what it's really like. And the bottom is Viridian Forest. So that one up to here, this one feathered down, and then I put a band of olive float. But look at what it did. Very different than our usual results. So it's nice big splotch, whatever. That's pottery and the handle. So I really like it. It's good. It's darker than what you see, and so it's good for fall. I like that. And some people really like those dark colors. All right, and then the other Coyote one is, pull up my little recipe here. Inside is smoke pearl. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I gotta get the sample because, wait. Okay. So inside is smoke pearl by Coyote. That's this. It's really quite cool. It's kind of tapenade-ish, but you know, not quite, right? And the top is burning embers. So I'm going to show you right now. This is burning embers on speckled buff. This is burning embers on white. See? So burning embers is beautiful. It just goes pinky on that clay here. Okay, so this is the mug. And it's fabulous. It was like, oh, wow. So what I did was, well, inside is smoky pearl. So outside is smoke pearl times 3. And then above is burning embers times 3. And then in the middle here, times 2 is Mako's Enchanted Forest. And I haven't used it much. I have it and I really like it, but it's like, I don't quite know what to use on it. So anyway, this is amazing. And it's, oh, this is awful. Here we go. Hopefully the pictures will do it better justice. Amazing, amazing. It is just really nice. 2 more things, and they are platters. This one is another whale platter, different though, white stoneware with speckled engobe on the back. And so this roller, the whale roller, is from Vermont Pottery Works. This one is from Alges. And then the whole thing is done in fog times 3 by Amico. And then it's all afloat, feathered in from the edge, which is why it looks somewhat blended. And you can see that I made a random, not edge, but you know what I mean. And then here in the fog, I did 1 coat of Celadon Bloom. And then the whale is snow on the belly and Louisiana Bayou on the body. Beautiful. That turned out so pretty. I love all the different elements in it. Okay, and the last piece I saved to the end because it's for Thanksgiving. I know, I don't want to think about it yet either. But, so this is buff clay, and this is tapenade by Spectrum. And this roller was given to me by Diana Inison Townsend, and I love it. Thank you, Diana. And then I have a little roller, you know, a little hand roller. I didn't print it myself. It's, I thought I could see it here, but I can't. It's, it could be by Relief. Anyway, just used it here. And then here I printed the Be Thankful. So I'm just in the middle of printing those 2 for autumn in a couple different sizes. So then what I did was I put Amico's chocolate brown underglaze in the lettering and in the graphics here, and then wiped it back. And then 2 times soft white by Spectrum. And then here is, you know what? It's 1 times Tapenade, and then 1 time Deep Sienna Speckle, just because like, oh no, Albany Slip Brown, just for a hint of orange, but it didn't even show up. So it's just subtle, beautiful. Yeah, I like it. Turned out great. Okay, I am busy. And not just with making, and not just with glazing. I am busy packing orders, printing. What was my big thing? Oh yeah, designing a roller. And because it's new for me. I've done lots of stamps and cutters, and so I know the deal with that. So it's just learning the deal with rollers, and then once you get it, then you can put your designs on them. Anyway, I'll show you a couple of things. So for autumn, this is small, actually, the other one I have, and it's a series of 7 or 8. So this would be my hand-drawn acorn and leaves. And so they'll be on the website soon. And I'm not much of a Halloween person, actually, but I do like quirky Halloween. So this is artwork. I don't know if you know Edvard Munch. And this is the artwork, The Scream. And I thought, man, that's perfect for Halloween. And so I've got some trinket dish and a little bit bigger size. I mean, there's no point making a platter out of this, right? I mean, if you wanted something like that, then you have to contact me through my website or something. But this is an ornament, and like there'll be a medallion for a mug, and actually my roller is of this painting. So I think it's kind of fun. And I have Frida, of course, which a lot of you have seen and ordered from me. And well, she's just kind of a scary lady in lots of ways. So Frida works well for Halloween too. Anyway, that's my little Halloween contribution. So those are a few things that I've been up to. I'm going to be still very busy in the summer. You know, tomorrow taking out the older nieces and nephews. I don't know why they still want to hang out with me, but I guess, you know, I must have a little bit of a cool factor, or maybe I just have the purse. No, I know they love me. And go see my mom. And then we're going to Bard on the Beach with my sister. So that's like Shakespeare play at the beach in Vancouver. And to watch, I can't remember the name of the play. I think it's Goblin or something like that. And then afterwards we go out for our favorite, wine and oysters. Yum, right? Wine and oysters, yum. And then I'm off to Osoyoos again for motorcycling. So it's like, well, how can I do any work when I'm having so much fun, other fun? So anyway, that's what I'm up to. And so if I'm a little scarce, you'll know why. So love you all. Thank you very much for joining me. You know what to do with the YouTube stuff. Peace out.